What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Alien Isolation, where, frankly, I don't remember what I was working on, so I kind of let my episodes run down on this. Like, I recorded it out like 15 episodes, and then I just sort of let it run down. It's probably been easily 2 weeks since I played this game last, and so unfortunately I haven't really been keeping up in between Crown Takers and everything else that's been going on. I vaguely remember running past a bunch of androids that were in hazmat suits that were like super special hard mode that they couldn't die. And that's problematic. I think we were supposed to, this domey thing over here, aren't we supposed to be talking with Apollo? I think that's what it is. We gotta talk with Apollo. Let's go for it. Alright, let's detect a signal up there. Wow, that signal is minuscule. Find a way to reduce Apollo's security capabilities. Yeah, I was gonna say that felt a little bit cheese. That felt a little bit cheese. So how do I make this go away? There we go, go away. Off of my screen, tuner. I have no time for your music, your lovely little music, although you seem to only really have like one note, and it's kind of like a very flat B. It's not a note that I like, to be honest. I don't know, maybe it's like a sharp B, but then I think we could just call that like a C, right? So let's use the button. What does that do? What did that accomplish? I don't know. Let's take a look around and see if we can find a way. I bet we have to like mess with his memory cores or something like that. I bet if we shut down a couple of like mainframes or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking inside the sci-fi box right now, if that's what you choose to keep your sci-fi inside of. But I'm willing to bet or guess that there's probably something around here that we can power down. What did this button do? Like, that actually really bothers me. I feel like I may have pushed a button that might cause me serious and grievous harm. I don't think I want to leave the room either, though. Yeah. Don't think I want to leave the room either. It seems as though the location it's pinging is in here. Let's just take a quick look around. I love the fact that I can sprint again and that I don't have to care. So, where did we come in from? It said that there's a... It says there's supposed to be like a thing over here. Like, yeah, I think this emergency access might open up at some point because it is annotated on the map. But for right now, we're definitely closed down slightly, and if you can solve that puzzle in the 1.2 seconds they give you to do it, more power to you, but I don't think I'm that good. I just don't think I'm that solid. Well, if you're wondering what these things are, I think they're for heat dispersal. I'm pretty sure that's what those are for. I think that that's a configuration for... anytime I see these little wedgie type things right there, like you see how it's like a weird little... like a tab. Anytime I see those, I tend to assume it's for heat dispersal. Because you know Stegosauruses back in the day? I took paleontology because all geologists take a bunch of paleontology. And so you get to take some fun classes when you're in college. You get to take like dinos class. You get to take, you know, random classes looking at... Well, I guess diatoms are not that interesting to most people, but they were interesting to me. You get to look at these little microscopic critters all over the place and kind of... You get to draw pictures of them, and then you've got to learn to classify them and all that kind of fun stuff. What is this? Oh, they're doing this again. Yeah. To balance the values. Okay, so is that what I want? Well, the arrow's in the middle. Does that mean that it's balanced, or do I have to make them meet at the middle or something? See, these mini-games really could have used like a magical explanation or something, because I really have no clue. You can't balance either of these numbers. Are you supposed to make them divisible by the same number, or what are we doing here? Apparently I screwed that up somehow. It turned red. I don't know. We may have to reload a game or something. I'm not sure what that like affects. But unfortunately, they never explain that mini game, and you know, you're on camera. Those of you who would be like, "It's so easy. Why can't you figure this out?" It's because it's on camera. That would be why. Because anytime you have to fiddle with anything on camera, it totally sucks and makes it that much worse. Oh, this one's fried out too. Okay, so I don't know if I broke it or what I did, but I appear to have done something wrong. I definitely don't want to go back out there with the amazing immortal androids that can't be destroyed. We have no weapons to deal with them, and unfortunately, they're insulated from electricity, they're insulated from everything. Did that help me at all? Oh, it did. Okay. Not much, but it did help. And so we've got that, we've got that, we've got that, we've got that, and then we got that. There we go. So I guess, I don't know, fiddling with that thing must have... What does that say? Administrator rights granted. That's an awfully little screen. I don't feel like an administrator. If I was to feel administrative, I feel like my screen would be a lot larger. Like maybe, I don't know, like maybe like a 32-inch right there or something. I mean, that would make me feel better about the whole thing. You know something bad's about to happen right now. There's no... It appears as though we've sent Apollo into reverse puberty.
What the hell? Two days after we left. You're kidding me. Sons of bitches! It isn't on the damn station.
Yeah, so basically I called it. I didn't want to say it earlier, but basically I went back and I watched the Alien movies, and I thought to myself that Weyland-Yutani was going to make a bioodor on this station. They were going to try and use it as a giant jail cell for the alien, and just like they did in the first movie, they're going to say that all personnel are expendable and can just be like killed at will, don't worry about it. I'm actually going to, it's a little bit different than fire at will, but kill at will it's the same concept, just different execution. But yeah, Order 939 is bad. If you haven't seen Alien, Order 939 means that everyone is expendable except the alien, because Weyland-Yutani really, really wants that alien for weapons research, as I recall. At least that's what it is in the movies. In the movies, they start allowing people to die off left and right because they want the alien so that they can turn it into a chemical weapon, basically. Which is basically what the creators did anyways. There's like these...
Yutani, building better worlds.
So you know those guys in Prometheus, the big white bald guys? Those are the creators. They're also called star jockeys. But anyways, the creators made the xenomorphs to wipe out planets. Essentially what they would do is they would fill up a ship with them, and they would just like crash land the ship on the planet that they were mad at, and then the xenomorphs would murder everything because they're basically indestructible. And they breed too fast to be stopped. The star jockeys are the arch nemesis of the predators, if you're interested in the lore. So the predators and the star jockeys are not fans of each other. Although I always forget, the predators call themselves something different. It starts with like a Y or something like that. Anyways, class, human interaction. Request for intercorporate messaging received. Outgoing message to Weyland-Yutani representatives. Accepted and monitored. Class, Colonial Marshal Incident Report. Temporary emergency measures initiated in San Cristobal Medical Facility. No further information provided. Purchase order received. Weyland-Yutani. Operational rule set. Oh, they're going to make me use page up and page down like it's on an old like Apple IIe. Okay. Purchase order received, verified, and installed. That's right, kids. You know those random buttons that are kind of in between your number pad and your keyboard? Those used to, I mean, they still do stuff nowadays, but back in the day, they were used for all kinds of fun stuff. Back before you had scroll bars and mouses and things like that, or mices, or whatever you, mice, it's fine. Unverified scans in reactor system. Oh, man, is it back? I'm in the reactor system. If it's in the reactor system and it's being contained, I am not happy about this. Oh, good, we've been logged, too. So I guess it knows that we're here. Christopher Samuels, Taylor Nina. Okay, Nina Taylor, Christopher Samuels, and Amanda Ripley, all expendable. And that's saying something because Nina Taylor is level 4, which is... It's a little bit higher up the chain. keep things quiet, spetting its ransom. With the Weyland-Yutani buyout, it's more important than ever that the flight recorder handover goes without a hitch. They'll be low-level execs and won't know jack about the buyout, but if they hear rumors about a disappearing people problem, well, I don't want to rock the boat, and neither do you. Let's just keep everything nice and quiet. We don't want them having second thoughts. Yeah, I called it. I knew it. After I watched the Alien films over again, and I watched the Alien films before I recorded like the last 20 episodes. But anyways, I was keeping it to myself because I didn't want a spoiler in case I was right. I wasn't vindicated yet, but yeah, I figured that's what happened. Weyland-Yutani made a buy order on it in the final hour once they realized that there was all kinds of critters on board that they might be able to tame and turn into attack dogs or something. I don't blame them though. Like, I would love to have a xenomorph for a pet. I mean, they're kind of ugly. I'd probably put bunny ears on mine or something, or I'd try and do something, maybe a bunny tail. Just do anything to really kind of spruce it up and make it a little bit cuter. Even like a full-size maybe chew.
Comes here, Ricardo.
I'm here, Rip. What's the news?
Apollo's running on Weyland-Yutani protocols.
It's what?
6 and sold out. Weyland-Yutani are in control of Apollo now. It's refusing to lift the lockdown. It says there's something up with the reactor.
You're from the company. Tell it you don't give a shit and to do what you say.
Sorry, Ricardo, but I'm small fry. Me, Samuels, Taylor, we all are. Guess if we amounted to anything, Apollo wouldn't be so ready to see us killed.
I guess level 4 isn't as important as I thought it was. I'm not that, like, into the lore. I've read a bunch of wikis, and I've watched all the films over again once I played the game. I actually bought the little, like, 6-disc box set or whatever. Did I say 6 discs box? That's weird. That's Freudian. Anyways, the 6-disc box set. I don't know. I'm having trouble. No! Ooh, okay, so the androids are over there. Is there any way for them to access this room? Or am I just kind of like in here? Typically, they always want me to either enable or disable these things. So I guess I'll go ahead and do that while I've still got some time. Boom! And so now that we've practiced our wrenching skills once more, everybody likes a lady with upper body strength. This girl's probably got some kind of like cyborg action going on. That's right, UFC joke. I don't know. That's a big bolt. I don't know if I could turn that. I'd be like, yeah. Like, I can't do it. Somebody, you're my supervisor. Somebody do this for me. It's too heavy.
Synthetics are on the fritz, so I found some guys to help me out. I sent one of them into a manufacturing room, but he never came out. Every door is locked. He sure as hell couldn't fit through the air vent without a fight. But we don't know what to do. It doesn't seem right to keep working without looking for him, but there's nowhere to look. Our shift's over soon. I'll report the incident to Waits and the marshals.
Our friend might be dead, but we're at the end of our shift. Oh, best friends ever. Best friends ever. I mean, I guess they're just coworkers. Still, I would hope that my coworkers would just be like, maybe we should look for him. A human being might be dead here. I'd feel guilty about going home. Then again, maybe I'm cut from a different ethical cloth. It's possible. I'd like to think that my cloth is more silky. Maybe a bit smoother. More enjoyable to rub on your face. It's over here. A save point. So we'll go ahead and save there. With our ridiculous, enormous analog punch card. You know the alien's gonna come back. It said there's a problem with the reactor. It's gotta be down here or it impregnated somebody or something. Yeah, there's still vents all over the place. I have a very real feeling that we're gonna be dealing with our dear friend very, very soon again. I mean, on the plus side, I don't hear like bumping and wumping. So on one hand, I think it may just be androids. I think I might be getting a little jumpy prematurely, but it said there was something wrong with the reactor room, and it had a lockdown for every place we had been with the alien. And so locking down the reactor, I'm figuring the alien's here too. Oh shit. I think he's seen us. It seems possible that we may have been seen. Can the android actually do anything about these little sphincter vents? Like, can he pull us out of it or anything? Huh. Well, we don't really have any tools for dealing with him right now, unfortunately. Stun baton we're completely and totally out of ammunition for. They took all our guns before we came here, so that leaves us a little bit minimally protected. Okay, so he's over there. I'm gonna sneak for it. Just sort of like running for it, but you know, I can probably do something with that panel right there to run him off, but let's just hang tight for a minute. Let's not give him any reason to come back in here in the first place. How about that? Is this a blueprint? Well, it's a blueprint of something, but nothing helpful to me, unfortunately. Continue to have a little look around before we decide to go anywhere else. I'm thinking we need to recollect our weapons so that I can deal with these little white-blooded bastards. Okay, so there's bolt gun ammo. Unfortunately, we haven't found ourselves a bolt gun yet. So, while I don't want to run to conclusions or bolt to conclusions or whatever you want to call it, the hell was that? I think it's just the sound of the space station being ultra rickety. But there's actually like anything bad about to happen. At least I'd like to I'm trying to be positive right now. I'm not trying to be negative and be like, oh my god, the sky is falling from aliens, but I'm trying to keep the Chicken Little routine to the minimum right now. So there's a camera right there. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling photogenic right now. So what I'm going to try and do is sneak around like nah and maybe see if there's a bolt gun in one of these rooms. I mean, I can't promise that we're going to find anything useful in here. Oh, did I just get an upgrade for my torchy thing? Cutting torch upgraded with ion flames. Hooray. That doesn't sound like a real thing. I feel like ion flames, would that just be like a... An ion is just a charged particle. So how would you turn a charged particle into a flame? Like, I'm a little bit confused. Where is he? I hear him talking. Okay, so he's right there. What we need to do is see if maybe we can skeef past this camera. Like maybe over to here. There we go. That's better. I'm trying to keep myself forwardly mobile because people say I play too slow. So meh. A pox on upon all of you then. That was kind of a weird sentence. But anyways. Okay, maybe not a pox, but maybe I'll just move faster. A splattercat moving faster upon all of you. There. That doesn't sound quite as terrible though. It also doesn't sound as medieval and effective. It's probably going to make me ion torch the shit out of that. But you know that that robot's going to come looking when I try and torch this thing. He's going to slam my head against the wall. It's going to hurt. It's going to make me all upset because then I'm going to have a bump on my head. I had a concussion once. It was the worst. Getting a concussion is awful. You're probably asking, how did you get a concussion? Well, I got a concussion. I feel like it cuts faster now. I got a concussion because I hit a tree on a sled. Well, I was on a toboggan, technically. It wasn't a sled. And so, unfortunately, toboggans, people that know about toboggans will tell you they're not necessarily really that controllable. Like, once you start spinning and falling all over the place, it's pretty much doomed. And I went down a big hill on a toboggan. It got kind of out of control, and I hit a tree. Basically, I pulled a Sonny Bono, and it didn't work out so great. I remember going backwards. Like, the funny thing about that is I remember being backwards on the toboggan and thinking, oh, this is gonna suck. And I was only like 11 years old, but I remember there was a distinct moment of realization where I was going very, very fast, very, very backwards. And I remember thinking that, oh, this is going to end poorly. And it did. Trees are not pillows. That is what I verified that day. Yeah, I had a minor concussion. It was pretty brutal, actually. Concussions are painful. Concussions are real painful. Plus, everybody's like, don't fall asleep. But you're like, I've been awake for like 24 hours. They're like, yeah, but don't sleep until you go to the doctor, because you might never wake up again. And then you're all paranoid, just like, oh my god. It's like that episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark, where every time the guy goes to sleep, the zombies come up out of the lagoon, and so you're all afraid to go to sleep because you might die. And so there's that. I'm not a big fan of dying IRL. I don't mind it in video games very much, but in real life, I would prefer, they only give you that one, you know, you only get the original one up. You know, it says like Mario times 0 up at the top of the screen in real life. And so you gotta be careful about this stuff. Oh, where's he going?
Why not ask me about Sevastopol's safety protocols?
Okay, so he's going over there. But where do I want to go? I don't even know what I'm aiming for right now. Find a way out of the engineering workshop. Oh, I'm probably supposed to go around behind him while he's over here. Does he wander around randomly? What does he do? Okay, so I think he just sort of wanders around. In which case, it may be a decent idea.
This is a Seegson-assisted installation.
This is not gonna work for me. I don't want to waste an entire EMP bomb like dealing with this guy. It seems like that's a bit much. Running does cause accidents, but you're gonna like the accident even less if I stop running. If I stop running, it's gonna be a bad day for you, android. You're supposed to sneak around and activate things. Let's run back in here. And then we'll get inside the vent and we'll reset him. Haha. All of the AI in the world cannot defeat. I'm not crawling in there after you. Yeah, that's what I figured. My vent of impenetrability. Now, you know that, like, the alien's gonna come up behind me right about now and just be like, hey, what's up? Oh, I see you met my android friend out there. How's that going? Yeah, you know, you're kind of in my vent right now, so I'm thinking I'd like you to get out. I would prefer it. But then again, I could just impregnate you, and then you could have my children, and then we would be connected forever and ever. So does he just like hang out there forever, or does he eventually reset like stealth mode style? No, keep the sphincter open. Here, pry it open. Stay there. I would love to have this bolt gun that everybody keeps giving me ammo for. Maybe I walked right past it, though. But yeah, I get a feeling that I'm supposed to be, like, activating these big terminals that are all over the room. And then eventually, like, a door is going to open or something. And then somehow that's going to fix all of our problems. Or more than likely, knowing this game, make them all that much worse. Okay, so we're kind of like in a bad position right now. I don't know if you can hear the beep, so I'm not going to do that. Where is he now going? Right there. I don't feel like I have a big enough opening right now to actually like activate the thing I need to activate. I should probably be leaning a lot more too. But you know what? Forget that. Forget that. My legs are strong. I'm not tired. I haven't been running or anything. I don't need to lean. Okay, so he went that way. I've been trying to watch him through the cracks in the boxes, but I'm having trouble seeing him. I'm gonna go after this one over here first, I guess. And I'm gonna wait till the opening's a little bit better. Okay, so he's going into the room. This is probably gonna be loud as hell. You know, clank violently, whatever makes you feel better. Oh good, it's not a positive color. It's a red related color. I hope he doesn't come back over here. Oh, no, 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 no. Peeky, peeky. I'm being sneaky, sneaky. You should be nicer to yourself, man. I mean, you're not expendable. I'm nice to synthetics. I mentioned that in the comments before, where I'm not mean to synthetics because that always backfires on you. Like, anytime you're mean to a synthetic, something terrible happens. Like, everybody was super mean to Bishop, and look what happened. I would have been nice to Bishop. Oh, where did it go? Okay, so it's going back up and in there. Power level too low, so there's another one around here somewhere that we've got to activate. Where it's at, I'm not sure. Oh, look, there's cables on the floor. Maybe we follow those. Well, yeah. Okay, so he's back there. Oh, there's a generator over here. Okay, since there's a Jenny, I'm going to break off the episode right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in the Nerdcast for the next episode of Alien Isolation. I will see you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody. Hi-do as always.